Hello and welcome back to another episode of Tiger Eye. We've got a great episode for you this week. Nathaniel is telling us more about Club Rush and some of the participating clubs. This year we had our first ever Fields of Faith event. Caitlin was there to learn more about it. Lastly this week, Simone is taking a closer look at Special Olympics. But first, let's give it to Nathaniel.
Club Rush gives clubs a chance to advertise their purpose to students. With many different possibilities and pathways, getting involved is the first step.
Club Rush is important because when students are connected to school and they're connected to a club, they perform better at school. And so the whole idea behind Club Rush is just to get kids involved so that they do better at school.
It allows students to gain more knowledge in different fields and stuff like that, and just grow closer to other students and faculty and stuff like that.
Ms. Painter, leader of the FFA, believes joining her club can help benefit students in many different ways.
So FFA offers scholarships. It offers CDE opportunities where students can go and compete based on what they've learned in the classroom. It gives them the opportunity to show cattle if they want to join our cattle team, which is through FFA, and it also gives them a chance to join and do leadership events to help get them ready and prepared for college or careers.
Mason Hull, a club member of FFA for 3 years, enjoys everything the club has to offer, one reason being that it has prepared him for life after high school.
I'm in FFA because it helps me grow in agriculture and helps me learn about agriculture, and it looks really good on college applications when you're in leadership roles and stuff like that.
Another Club Rush participator, Miss Cawley, runs the International Club to help students learn about different cultures.
So International Club is for anyone here at Ford. It doesn't matter your background or anything else. It's for us to kind of be aware of our global community, of the diversity that we have here at Ford, and to just kind of raise awareness of just everybody else's differences, but also share our similarities.
FCA is a place where not just athletes, but students throughout Ford can come together and worship. FCA had a big effect on Lydia Smith's high school experience.
This club definitely changes the way that I view other people and the way I interact with others in my sport and at school.
Clubs at Ford have a big impact on student morale.
Clubs are just going to make kids happier to be here at Ford, and the happier a kid is here at Ford, the better they're going to do in their academic classes. They'll see the importance of being here.
We have tons of cool clubs here at Ford. Many of our FCA members might have attended our Fields of Faith event recently. Caitlin did get all the details for this week's episode.
Last week, Ford hosted Fields of Faith, a nationwide event where FCA clubs host a worship service for their community. It started in 2002 when Jeff Martin was inspired by King Josiah, who unified his people to read God's Word and change their culture. Fields of Faith inspires that same change today.
Our prayer is that students are leaving differently than they came, ready to put their faith in Jesus and activate a real relationship, authentic faith in God.
It just inspires me to just keep going, keep pushing, just keep reading His Word, keep being prosperous through Him, and just keep praising Him.
I just wanted them to just take what I was saying and just maybe see a change in them, or them to make the decision, hey, I'm going to put on the full armor of God every day, or I'm going to give myself to Christ.
While the event was hosted here at Ford by our Fellowship of Christian Athletes, many denominations and businesses donated time and money to help make this event possible.
It was just such a blessing because everything is donated. We had our community really came together.
According to FCA leaders, around 425 people showed up to the event. Towards the end, the entire football field had participants circling in prayer.
Made my heart fill up with joy, because just seeing everybody, people that I would never expect come to Christ tonight, just came, and just His praise, you feel it. Just standing on this field, you could feel it.
I really think that a lot of hearts and a lot of lives were changed last night. It was very clear, the emotion was so intense, God was so evident in that space.
Riley Vogel and Dallas Bates speak on the inspiration behind the testimonies about their personal journey to their faith.
And so a lot of my testimony really just spent time in prayer. It was time asking God, God, what do you want me to say? What word would you have me speak to these students?
I came across the scripture Ephesians about the armor of God, and I just knew that that was kind of like my purpose, and I knew that that was something I could talk about because it's my story and how I was saved.
Our fellowship leaders also shared how they found the courage to speak out about their growth in faith with our community.
I mean, over just the last 7 years of doing it a good bit, getting practice, getting reps, getting opportunities, it just becomes easier over time, and really it just is a testament to, practice makes progress.
I was nervous, but I just really felt like a strong calling to do it and to share my faith with everybody, and as soon as I got up there, I wasn't nervous at all, and it felt right. It's like right place, right time.
Ford's hosting of Fields of Faith was a huge success. Visit fieldsoffaith.com to find more events and potentially keep an eye out for Courts of Christ hosted by FCA this winter. Back to you, Heather.
It was super cool to see such a big turnout for our first time event here at Ford. When it gets around to this time every year, we have an event that isn't new to our school, Special Olympics Soccer. Special Olympics is a nonprofit worldwide organization committed to providing athletes with intellectual disabilities year-round sports training and athletic competition in a variety of different sports. There are over 1.4 million volunteers globally that help these athletes learn skills and grow while participating in Special Olympics. I am one of these volunteers, and I help out with the Fall Soccer Special Olympics here at Ford. Each volunteer has their own motivation for helping out each year. For student volunteer Lauren Ussery and Coach Stan Elliott, these reasons are more personal.
I've been involved since I was a sophomore, and I just keep coming back because I have special needs people in my family, and I just want to make an impact on them.
I love the game of soccer, and obviously I've been coaching here at Ford for over 20 years, and I thought it was a good opportunity to give back to the community in a different type of way. I just have a good feeling when I'm out there, and when I go home, I feel like we're doing the right thing.
There are many working parts that make Special Olympics possible. Lorianne Whitman, one of 3 local Catawba County Special Olympics coordinators, got involved when her son, Jason Whitman, started participating in Special Olympics 10 years ago. In 2018, she became a sports coordinator and can work up to 30 hours a week during busy times. There are a lot of tasks that she hadn't realized had to be done before becoming a volunteer.
I didn't really realize all the behind the scenes stuff to make a simple practice happen. It takes a lot. Finances and paperwork, and all of the coaches go through a training.
An important part of each practice and event is character building. Volunteers encourage athletes and work with them as they develop new skills. Coach Elliott focuses on character building throughout every practice.
I usually try to have a theme each week for positive character traits, and whenever we see them, we recognize them, we point them out, and then at the end of practice, we usually try to finish on a positive note.
Coaches and volunteers play an important role in the experience Special Olympics athletes have. For athletes Jason Whitman and Camden Hudgens, Coach Elliott has made an impact.
With my special needs, he knows what I need. He put in a lot of effort for me. Even when I'm down, he can talk to me and cheer me up.
He's outgoing with helping out his girls in soccer and seeing the best interest in heart.
Student coach Maddie Chesson has been volunteering for 2 years and has made bonds with many of the athletes. One athlete in particular, though, is her favorite.
One of my favorite athletes is Levi. He's a little 11-year-old kid. He literally is smiling the whole time. This is his first year playing. He has a little brother that comes up and cheers for him, and his mom's always there cheering for him, and he's always excited about playing soccer.
Ford is not only involved in the Fall Soccer Special Olympics, but also participates in the countywide Special Olympics Spring Games. Last year, with over 300 athletes, 400 volunteers, vendors that offer services free of charge, videographers, and even a DJ, this annual event is a big deal. Leah Thomas volunteered this previous year for the first time.
Once I got there, it was really fun. It was great to see how energetic and how active these kids got involved. They're kind of the last people to get involved in school, so watching them really open up and show who their personality is out there was really great to experience.
Although coaches, volunteers, and athletes play a large role in Special Olympics, all of this effort would be incomplete without the support of parents and caregivers.
So our parents are very involved. They're always cheering. There's videotaping. Last year we did parents versus players.
Our kid, Tristan, his mom came, and you could just tell she was like so happy to be there. She was constantly taking pictures, and like they just seemed so happy to be together and to get to experience that together.
The Special Olympics program provides many opportunities for nearly 40,000 athletes across the state. Athletes, coaches, and volunteers find a reward unique to them.
I know that what I'm doing is worth something, and it keeps me motivated to help other people.
Yeah, it's the smiles. I'll be honest with you. It brings joy, and my hair stands up thinking about it. But, you know, when we're out there and I see, you know, our kids interacting with the athletes and the smiles on everybody's faces and the joy that it brings to everybody.
It's one of the best opportunities in my life that I've ever done because it's so amazing, and all these kids are absolutely hilarious and funny and smart and beautiful.
They made me feel good. I think of them like a family.
Since the first North Carolina Special Olympics Games in 1970, the program has been expanding its reach. The program brings together such a diverse group of people and allows for everyone to gain a better understanding of each other.
What most of them desire most is to just be included. You know, just be treated as their people, not as they're different.
There we go, I love it. Great work, folks.
Thanks, Simone. Well, that's all for this week, and we'll see you the next.